Hey look, I got a haircut and my head looks way smaller. I'm still using loads of gel though, because that's how I roll. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of an interesting insight into the process of making my videos. This doesn't always happen this way, but my intros are pretty straightforward, at least when you watch them on the channel. There's sometimes a beginning bit where I say something, and then I usually have a "G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Draw with Jazza," and then I say a thing, and then I make a thing, right? So you would think it would only take a couple of minutes to say those few things before you make the thing. But what I'm going to show you is the raw footage length of me just creating my opening line for this one video that I'm now editing before the edits. This is the raw footage duration of the intro to the video that I'm editing. The intro is probably about this much, and then this end chunk is the outro. This is 20 minutes of raw footage of me trying to say my opening section. And then there's a full 10 minutes of me saying, I'm happy with how it turned out, right? Like, isn't that ridiculous? Let me, just for context, let me zoom in here. This is one of the reasons why it's unproductive hiring an editor, because I remember what I said and where I said it. I remembered when I put all this raw footage in, I remembered I did a whole bunch of claps after I'd screwed up a bunch of times, and I thought, okay, it's not before these claps, so all I have to do is go through here. I think it's about there. I can see it in the waveform because the waveform's different. So when I'm editing, I'm looking to the waveform. So I know that there's a weird squarish thing, meaning that there's a lot of peaks here. I'll zoom in. There you go. And you can see it's rhythmic. So I find the waveforms that represent these. There you go. That's a face of pure frustration at the fact that I can't deliver an effing line, right? And here, let me just continue. Keep in mind at this point, I've been trying for 5 minutes to just open the video, right? And then we continue on with... Over the years, I've received a surprising amount of emails from artists, sometimes very young. Over the years, I've received a surprising amount... Over the years, I've received a surprise... Some of these people think that without budgets of... Some of these people think that without thousands of dollars, they just Some of these people think oh my God, standing between them and getting started. Some of these people think that oh my God. Some of these people, and maybe you're... Deliver a line, goddammit. So now for improved context, let me just delete this and paste what I copied, because I actually did just edit the intro. And the intro bit only goes for 45 seconds, right? After editing. And that's because fortunately I knew what to look for in the waveforms to find roughly where the good takes were. So I could snip them, put them all together, and, you know, essentially 20 minutes of footage turned into 40 seconds of footage. Aside from showing this, because I think it's interesting to share with you that it's not just as simple sometimes from the production end as saying a line all the way through. It's also, to me, it's a bit of a performance. So if I say the line all the way through and it's not as real or convincing or natural as it should be to me, I catch it pretty quick and I just start again. But I do that a lot, and sometimes days are just slower than others. Sometimes I'm just like on fire and I can just go through all the lines and it's all natural and easy, and usually when I'm streaming it's better because, you know, I don't know, there's more energy there. But this footage I actually recorded at like 9 PM, and yeah, I just wasn't in it, and it took me that long just to say 20 seconds worth of footage. But this is the other reason I wanted to show you this, is to also give you context as to one of the main reasons I don't hire an editor. Because for them to edit that means that they would have to watch half an hour of crap. and they might not actually hear the difference between the lines that I'm re-delivering and re-delivering that I personally here, and it might be just being totally picky, but that's just what I like to do, and that's why I keep re-delivering the lines, because it's got to feel exactly right, you know. So it's a bit, you know, manic of me. But, you know, it's just one of the things, and I guess aside from not having an editor have to go through all that hell to find that portion, the other thing to keep in mind too is that I also have my little cues. Because I recorded it, I know where the crap bits are that I can just skip. Okay, I can skip the first 15 minutes. I know I clapped 4 times in the middle and at the end to signify this or that way of thinking or this or that change that I'll make in the edit. So, and I also know how to read the waveforms and know where gaps are for when I had to run inside and grab something or whatever, you know. So it's just, I just thought you'd find it interesting to sort of see the lesser known parts of delivering a simple line. Because you see the end result on YouTube, which is, "G'day ladies and gentlemen, welcome," but you don't see me hating on myself for half an hour to say one sentence all the way through like a non-idiot. I gotta get back to work. Oh, and by the way, that 30 minutes of raw footage actually turned into just a little over 4 minutes of footage, which will be divided so that the intro is 3 minutes and the outro is 1 minute. And all of that took me about 10 to 15 minutes to edit, not even the duration of the raw footage itself. So there you go. Efficiency is another one of the reasons that I'm editing myself. Okay, some time has passed since I showed you the beginning of the edit. I've now finished this edit, and this is the video where I use an Intuos draw to create some art, and I try my best to be as ambitious as possible, but the artwork was sort of Bob Ross inspired. So going along with that theme, I made the outro a Bob Ross custom outro, which I was pretty chuffed with. So I'm going to render this now, and then I'm going to get to work on this video, which is a Pictionary video with Mrs. Jazza's help. It's going to be a bit of an intense edit, so my main goal is going to get these 2 videos done today. I was going to work on the Skillshare course. I've done a little bit more on it, but I do have to put it aside for now, and I'll pick that back up again next week. Okay, I'm coming towards the end of the day. The editing program's starting to get a bit sluggish, which happens when I've spent a whole day just going crazy on very processor heavy stuff, and to the point where now it's less productive than it should be. And it's frustrating because there's stuff that I've been trying to get to and wanting to get to, but then the stuff I've been focusing on instead, I've been falling behind on. So yeah, it's really frustrating. And I've worked all day today, which is a Saturday, by the way, and it's like nearly 5:30, and I started at 6:30 in the morning. So it's not a great feeling, but I need to take Monday off. That's why I worked today. And I'm gonna just have to come back in on Tuesday and finish this edit and upload it ready for Wednesday. But unfortunately the Tuesday stream won't be on because I just need to catch up on stuff. And also there's just some real world stuff that we're sort of separating off from work a little bit for to deal with. So yeah, anyways, thought I'd vent my frustrations. We'll get all of it sorted out eventually, but I'm just also plagued with guilt because I haven't even sent the Challenge of the Month prizes for last month's Challenge of the Month, and I'm feeling so bad about that, and I haven't even emailed them. So I'm just gonna drop this program failing on me now and do that because I feel really bad about that, and I've been trying to keep up with everything and push that aside for too long. So anyway, on a lighter note, let's go to the question of the day. Random Nader, who, by the way, I have noticed you asking this question repeatedly, and I have wanted to get to it, but with limited questions of the day, I haven't been able to. But I have noticed, and I appreciate it. So thank you for asking it again. Random Nader asks, how do you deal with having a family as well as the main channel and a vlog channel? It's tough. Sometimes it's a bit overwhelming. It helps that my wife is my business partner, so she is working full-time with me. But yeah, look, it's juggling, and sometimes we have to take on more work than most people do in favor of trying to keep up with everything and striking the iron while it's hot. But then at the same time, we are conscious of our limited human resources. So we also try and plan ahead for when we can take time off, and if things are getting too much or if we have things we want to prioritize in real life, we find a way to switch and to shut some of the work out and to prioritize what matters. So it's a team effort is hopefully the answer to your question. I don't deal with it alone. We deal with it as a family because this is all my family's studio. The channel is my wife and my channel. Even though I'm obviously the face of it, she is the real brains of helping push it forward and making it sustainable and manageable. And it's a team effort. And I think we're a pretty good team, but it's a very tricky job sometimes. So anyways, I'm gonna wrap up, and again, yeah, I don't plan on doing a vlog for Tuesday. I might not, but I'm just gonna drop things for a little bit and I'll pick it all back up on Wednesday. So at the very least, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, and of course, make sure to leave your questions in the comment section and I'll get to those when we get back. See you guys. Just wait, I have to get...
You have to sit down.
Okay, I'm inadequate.
Are you in the correct position?
I am.
Assume the vlog position.
Okay, let's go.
Fake smile.
I was actually smiling. Now I'm just fake. Mrs. Jazza thought to discuss something with us all.
You don't know what it is though.
No, I don't. Every now and then she springs something on me. She would just go, all right, vlog time. And I'll be like, what? Okay, here's the phone.
Why haven't... Alright, you were working today and today is Saturday.
Yes, I have mentioned that in the vlog here.
Partially because I'm going in for a small operation.
I didn't
you
divulge, but
didn't
I did say I was
divulge that.
taking time off on Monday. But there you go.
Yeah.
Life stuff.
Jazza may have to run around after the toddler a bit more than usual.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm really nervous about it.
Yeah.
I don't like operations. I haven't had one in ages. So just...
I understand there is something scary about the general anaesthetic thing.
Just disappearing.
It's
like.
just, yeah, the world slipping. Anyway.
So we've been really busy because we don't get time off. You don't get sick leave. And you have to keep going. So why don't you hire someone else to do your editing?
Funny you say that. I actually, it turns out, the topic of today's vlog heavily revolved around me doing
Damn it!
editing.
You stole!
The first chunk of the vlog was actually me showing them that it took me half an hour to say 4 minutes of just...
Why did it?
Because I filmed it at 9 PM and suck at finishing a complete sentence, and I'm way too OCD about how, like, I'll catch myself 4 words in and stop and start again 50 times.
Someone else did do the editing for a while. A little while.
In yesterday's vlog.
Oh God, I'm like the most boring person ever.
We are sort of just rehashing the last 2 days, but at least you sort of came up with it on your own without knowing I vlogged it.
Mr. Patronising. That should be next to mansplaining. Man-tronising. The end of my stupid...
Was that it?
Yeah.
For today's vlog, you got today's vlog twice. Congratulations. We'll see you next week.